You know that favorite leather jacket you have, or maybe that pair of boots that just fits perfectly? Ever stop to think about the story behind them? It's actually this incredible journey, one that goes back thousands of years. Today, we're going to follow that whole transformation from a simple hide into a piece of history.
Well, it's one single amazing material, leather. Yeah, leather. It's this wild thread that connects, our earliest ancestors just trying to stay warm, all the way to high fashion runways and even the seats in your car. It's a story of survival, of incredible craftsmanship, and just utility that lasts.
So let's get down to it. What is leather, really? At its heart, it's an engineered material. It's all about human ingenuity, right? We take something natural and perishable, an animal skin, and through this chemical process called tanning, we make it stable, permanently. It's honestly one of our oldest and most reliable inventions.
But to really get why leather is so incredibly tough, we've got to look deeper. I mean, all the way down to the microscopic level.
So the secret sauce, the real magic behind leather's strength, it all comes down to one protein, collagen. Just picture this, a microscopic web of these super tough, super flexible fibers all woven together. That's the natural structure that gives skin its power. And the whole point of tanning? It's to preserve and lock that incredible network in place forever.
And humans have been perfecting this process for a long time. It started with early humans who were just drying skins to stay warm. Then, ancient civilizations really turned it into a craft. The Industrial Revolution, of course, scaled it up for everybody. And today, the story is still going, with a huge new focus on making this ancient material sustainable for the future.
And that brings us right to the heart of it all, the tannery. This is where the real alchemy happens. It's where a raw, perishable hide gets turned into the stable, long-lasting material that we all know as leather.
Okay, so before you can even think about tanning, the hide has to be prepped, meticulously. It's a whole series of steps. First, it's soaked to get it clean. Then it's treated with lime to get the hair off and, more importantly, to open up that collagen structure. After that, it's fleshed to get rid of any unwanted bits. And finally, it's softened up with enzymes. Every single step is crucial for creating the perfect canvas for what comes next.
Now, at this point, the tanner has a big choice to make. There are two main roads they can go down. First, you've got chrome tanning. This is the modern workhorse, right? It's fast, we're talking days, and it gives you that soft, supple, consistent leather you'd find in most shoes and bags today. Then, you have the old school way, vegetable tanning. This is a much slower process, using natural tannins from plants. It can take weeks, even months, but the result is this really firm, sturdy leather that gets that gorgeous patina over time. Think classic belts, saddles, that kind of thing.
But the tanning itself isn't the end of the line. The leather then gets fine-tuned. It can be retanned for specific qualities, dyed to get the right color, and then, and this part is so important, it's fat liquored. Basically, oils and fats are worked deep into the leather to lubricate those collagen fibers from the inside out. That's what keeps leather from drying out and cracking and makes it so flexible.
All right, so the hide has officially been transformed into leather. Now it's ready to get its final identity. This is the stage where it's decided if a piece is going to become a rugged boot or maybe a luxury handbag.
And this is where you really see how versatile leather is. You've got full grain, which is the most natural and toughest stuff, showing all the original character of the hide. Top grain gets sanded a bit for a cleaner, more uniform look. And then you have suede nubuck, where the surface is buffed to create that soft, velvety feel we all know. Each finish is a totally deliberate choice, designed for a specific look and feel.
So, why do we go through all this trouble? Because what you get at the end is a material with this amazing combination of properties that's just so hard to copy. It's incredibly strong, but it's also flexible, it's breathable, which is why leather shoes are so comfortable, and the best part, it actually molds to you over time, creating a perfect custom fit.
Of course, we can't have a conversation about leather in the 21st century without talking about the really complex questions around how it's made. It's a big topic with a lot of different sides to it.
And look, this is not a simple black and white issue. On one hand, the argument for leather is pretty strong. It's using a byproduct of the meat industry that would otherwise go to waste, and it creates things that last forever and can be repaired, which cuts down on waste. But the concerns are absolutely valid too. You have to think about the environmental impact of the livestock themselves, plus all the water, energy, and chemicals that go into the tanning process.
So, how is the industry responding?
Well, it's definitely evolving. Modern tanneries are pouring money into new technologies to lessen their impact. We're talking closed-loop water systems, recovering and reusing chemicals, and really focusing on transparent, responsible sourcing for their hides.
You know, that whole conversation about sustainability leads us right into one of leather's most powerful traits, its incredible longevity. Because it's not just about how it's made, it's about how it lives and ages right alongside us.
Just think about most of the stuff we own. When we use it, it starts to fray or crack or just fall apart. It wears out. It's simple. But leather does something different. It wears in. That's the key. As you use it, it develops this unique character, what's called a patina. You know, that beautiful sheen, how it gets softer, the subtle shifts in color. That all tells a story. That favorite leather jacket of yours isn't just getting old, it's gaining character. It's literally recording its journey with you.
And because it lasts so long, it's what you'd call a circular material. It's not meant to be thrown away. Shoes get resold, bags get patched, jackets get reconditioned. Even the little leftover scraps get reused for crafts or recycled into new materials. Its lifespan isn't measured in seasons, it's measured in decades.
And that really is what makes it so special. Leather ends up being more than just a thing you own. It becomes a personal artifact, something that carries the history of your life right in its fibers.
And so that really leaves us with a final thought, a big question to chew on. In a world that's just so full of disposable stuff, things made to be thrown away, what's the real value of material that's actually built to last? What's that worth to us and to the planet?